Hey everybody, it's Morgan and I'm here with another video. I have tried to record this video 3 times, well this being my 3rd time, and I'm finally have all my ducks in a row to give you guys this video on how I take notes in my fiction books especially, but I take notes in majority of all my books. So, a while ago, one of the subscribers or people who a person who watches me, and I say subscriber lightly because I don't know if they're a subscriber or not. So they commented and asked about like how I mark up my books, specifically fiction, and novels. And I started doing that back when I started taking AP Literature in high school. And my teacher told us that like this is one of the best ways to go about reading, and we even had assignments where she checked for us to mark up the book and take notes in our books, or with post-its, whatever. So basically I take notes to actively think and actively read. The point of taking notes while reading is so that you are actively engaging with the author and the text that's on the page, and even challenging your own beliefs. So while it can either be very serious or very fun, it just helps you really pay attention to what you're reading, and really process what you're reading. And that's like a great skill to just have in general and to focus on critical thinking. So one of the first articles, or the only article my teacher ever gave us, was How to Mark a Book by Mortimer J. Adler. And I even marked this up. I will link it below. And it's basically this academic guide talking about why you should mark up books. And basically what I just previously said is what he suggests, is that this helps you actively read. If you feel like you're getting tired, you're forgetting what you're reading, you should just put the book down and, go do something else. He feels that, reading for entertainment is fine, but it's definitely passive reading. That just sitting there and reading a book from cover to cover is not enough when trying to think critically and learn from the books you are reading. So what I like to do is, number one is what he says, which is buy your books. I know everybody can't do this, and people might not like to do this for whatever reason. But you can still mark up your book, and I'll let you know how. But if you buy your books, they will end up looking like this. Plenty of markings in them. The only downside, and I've said this before, is that to a certain extent they aren't readable anymore, or at least I don't feel like it. I wrote a paper on this book, which is Before You Suffocate Your Own Full Self, and I previously bought a new copy. But this is why it has extra like post-its. That's why I had the post-its on the front. I usually don't do that. But what you're going to need is your own book. You'll need pens. I have like tons of pens. I always carry this case of pens with me. I also bullet journal, so I have like way more pens than anybody really needs. But I keep this with me with post-its. These were cute. I got these when it was like school supply time. So if you pull the post-it, the tongue comes out. Like it's a little travel pack. It says it's great for your purse or backpack. I can't find these anywhere else. I need to check online. If you find these, I would suggest getting these if you're like a person who likes to take notes on the go. And now I have a book journal that I specifically write my final thoughts about a book in. I didn't do this much in school because I was, I had notebooks for classes and stuff. But with YouTube and trying to keep all my thoughts together, especially when I'm doing wrap-ups and stuff, this really helps. And a book journal will come in handy for those who rather get their books from other people or the library. Post-it notes are a good way to chronicle your notes too if you take them from the library, because you can just take them out and still have them by the time you take your book back. So what you're looking for when you are reading fiction is anything that triggers an idea or triggers a response in you. Sometimes I've written detailed notes, other times I've written little comments like LOL, or said like something is BS and I've written bullshit next to the line. And you know, I have like other larger post-it notes in here when I need to write a full thought in the book. Similar right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up a picture like right here somewhere of the passage I'm going to read to you guys, and as an example of me marking up a book. So it says, "We felt bad for letting Mr. Thompson make us nervous. He was the smartest man either of us knew, and probably he was just being nice. We were not stupid though. We had enough nice guys suddenly look at us the wrong way." So what I highlighted this passage, and I underlined specifically, we were not stupid though. We had enough nice guys suddenly look at us the wrong way. So when you're thinking about what you're reading, you kind of want to read between the lines, so to speak. So to me, that seemed like a distrust in men, which I wrote there. And then I had, did he take her home? Like, is this triggering some type of former memory? And even when I reread this, it's like not only a distrust in men, but a disingenuous feeling that they get from men who say they're going to do one thing but really want to do another. And let me keep going with the next passage that's in this picture. It says, "My first kiss was with a boy who said he'd walk me home, and a block later was licking my mouth. The first time a guy had ever touched me, like touched me there, I was 11 and he was 16 and a lifeguard at the city pool. We'd been playing chicken, and when he put me down, he held me against the cement and put his fingers in me. I wasn't scared or anything, just cold and surprised." So, you see here, I circled 11, 16, because those ages, there's a definite age difference, even though they're both children. One is like a child, and the other one's a teenager. Not to mention they're a boy and a girl. And then chicken, if you've ever played chicken in the pool, you're on, usually it is guys having girls on top of their shoulders, and the girl is on the top fighting another girl-guy couple and trying to push each other, in the pool. Whoever falls first is the loser. So I said chicken is sexual with legs wrapped around, person's neck, and, 11 and 16 playing together. Is that like really appropriate? And then going back to where I underlined, it says, "He said he'd walk me home, and a block later was licking my mouth." Clearly she has a memory of where she trusted a guy to get her home safely, and he had another idea in mind, which kind of leads back to why she has this distrust in Mr. Thompson and some other men. So those are things just to think about. And that's how I kind of process stories. And then eventually you'll get, fuller ideas. You're not always going to agree with an author, and that's a great note to make when you are reading. And what you can also do when you have finished a book is you can actually outline a book if you would like. So he also suggests using some of the blank pages in the book, and unfortunately this one doesn't have many blank pages. So like this back page, you could use this and maybe outline important notes outline the entire plot of a book, certain things like that. Definitely if you're reading a nonfiction text and they're making an argument for something, you can write down notes of this person's arguments and maybe some flaws that you found or certain things that you agreed with. So I hope this helps. What also helps with understanding fiction and some of the larger ideas that an author is trying to get across is reading nonfiction books with that deals in the same subject or same themes. Also, you can get other themes and ideas from books that the author did not initially put in a book. Reading between the lines also helps you question of why an author might have left a certain thing out of a book. You know, why, I mean, when in the section that I just read, why didn't she just say the main character distrusts men? You know, why did she write it that way? You know, why as a reader did you come to that conclusion without her necessarily writing that this character distrusts men? You know, so I hope this helps. I hope that you guys leave me any questions that you have. I hope this is clear. This is my third time doing this video, and I think this is probably the best that I've done so far, and my ideas have been clear and concise. I'm not trying to kill reading as fun. In a odd way, I think this is fun, and this is why I read. You can also just underline quotes and certain little other things in books, and if you like a quote, you can still write why you like this quote or why it speaks to you. It's just to get more out of your reading. So that's what I'm trying to do with my channel, is help other people get more out of their reading. And yes, so thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.